to week 3 for my Trading for a Living challenge, where I'm taking a $125,000 trading account, which is a demo simulated account, and trying to trade my way into creating a just around a $54,000 a year income, which is the average US income as of Q1 2022. And if you're brand new to this series, the link is down below for the full playlist, where you can get the update results on weeks 1 and 2, but also the rules, because there are a bit of rules alongside this as well. I'm trying to make this as realistic as I possibly can, and you'll see that in some of the decisions I've made for week 3. So what we're going to do in this particular video is go through what's been happening in the markets for week 3, my results week 3, and results year to date, and the trades I took to get these results. So make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below if you've got any questions. So if we have a look where we are in terms of a cumulative view for week 3, from a 9 to 5 perspective, we would have earned $3,000. And from a trading perspective, I'm actually slightly behind at 2,647. So I'm 14% down, or $439 behind a kind of 9 to 5 job. Now, there are reasons for that, which I'll go to, but if you guys remember from previous videos, and one of the milestones or a secondary objective that I wanted to hit, it was to at least make $2,500 every single month. And that's because, things like your mortgage, your bills, your food on the table for yourself and your family still need to happen. You can't wait to get paid once every 3 months. So I at least wanted to make sure that the necessities of food and shelter were covered with 2,500, and your lifestyle of clothes and entertainment, all those kind of other benefits that you can flex up and down, will happen based on if I can make more money than $2,500 a month. So I'm really happy that I was able to do that piece there. So if we have a look then at week 3, so week 2, for memory, I was down $162 from the goal and the goal from 9 to 5 is always 1,029. I got 867 trading Tesla and Meta, and for week 3, I have got $610. And what you will see here is that the amount that I'm trading with has actually gone down, and we'll go through the trading section in a second to kind of work it so you guys understand why that kind of the amount of capital I've deployed is actually gone down. And overall, I'm still fairly happy. I feel I can make back this $439, and the reason why I am behind. I could be up at the moment. If I really wanted to be up, I really could be. But the reason I haven't been up is because the market has still been, tearing it up and ripping it up over the past 3 weeks since I really started this challenge. Really, it's been relatively easy for me, because when you sell options, selling options is a bullish strategy, and every time I sell an option, the price kind of goes up, which makes it really easy to buy back and roll out to next week. So that is why I'm only trading Tesla at the moment. I might as well just show you over here. So at the moment, I've been trading Tesla and Meta. So if we talk about Meta first, again, Meta has just been ripping it up. So I sold the 155 put. So if I go to Meta at the moment, you can see the 155 put was just below this ascending triangle, and you can see here Meta has just been absolutely smashing it over the past week or so. So I could sell puts for Meta at 168, 165, or 164. I do like this kind of missed weekly pivot over here. I might actually look at that or might look at that next week actually. But I feel that I want Meta to pull back slightly, have a big down day to make the premiums worthwhile for me to take. So I've decided not to take the trade. So this will expire worthless. I am shooting this video on a Friday, so the last trading day. But this will expire worthless. I'm not going to get assigned on this. And I've decided not to put another trade on Meta. I'm waiting for Meta to pull back for to take another trade. And when I look at my watch list, there's nothing really of interest at the moment that I want to sell puts on. So there's no point me forcing the agenda to make the number that I need to make the 1,000, because I'm not that far behind, only 500 behind. I've got another week here. I'll probably end in the threes in the early threes. So I will be down for the month overall, but there will be opportunities when, things start to pull back to then start getting in to make more premium. So I think I can make this up as time goes on. So again, I'm trying to do this as if this was a real trading account. I know what my goals are. I don't want to force it. I don't want to put my capital at risk for no reason. Um, so that's kind of really the decision why I've not opened another trade on Meta or opened another trade on another stock. Now, Tesla's again a bit more interesting. So Tesla, I had the 850 put on, which was here. Tesla's currently trading at 879. I really wish that I waited a little bit because I wasn't sure, because you can see the low of the let's go to the day chart actually. Might just be easier just to look. So the low of the day was 855, so it was pretty much at my strike price. So I think it was around the 855, 857. I decided to roll this option out and down for a net credit. And if I rolled it now, I would have got more of a credit for the same strikes. I would have made more money. So that's quite disappointing. Because to buy this option back, it was 400, and I rolled my strike down from 850 to 820, giving me a total net credit of 610, which is what you see over here that I banked for week 3. So overall, I can't really complain at the moment. This has been fairly comfortable for me, and you can see that even with the Tesla trade of selling the 850 and buying back the 850, I made $350 realized gain on it. But again, as you can see, every single week I'm just selling an option and buying it back and rolling it, selling it, buying back, rolling it. And that's going to keep happening for as long as I stay at the money. There's good premium on here. So Tesla will always be a stock that I'm in where majority of the capital, so 82,000, and that's why it's dropped from 85 and the 15 and a half from last week's video just down to 82, because that's all I've got deployed at the moment. So kind of from a trading perspective, what I'm waiting for at the moment is a down day in the market for Meta or for Tesla, for me to kind of come in. In terms of the 820 strike price, so if I look at this and change this to the 820, you can see that if I get up the pivot points indicator, so I roughly calculated where the pivot point for next week would form. It's around the 860-ish mark over here, so I stayed away from that pivot. But what I did wanted to show you is that Tesla has not yet hit its monthly pivot. So you can see the monthly pivot is here at around the 810. So I've gone at the 820, so it's thereabouts. I feel like Tesla will potentially come down next week and test this. I could have waited and done the covered cash secured put next week, but as it stands at the moment, I'm quite happy with where we are. What is interesting is for those who follow kind of technical analysis, we are seeing what's called a bullish flag pattern, where generally when you kind of see this pattern, price then continues for another leg up. What we could potentially see is we could then see a kind of flag like this. Kind of wanted to draw that to the pivot and then potentially do that. So that's potentially what could happen. I'm fairly comfortable here. If it takes a week-ish to get around there, the roll should be relatively straightforward. We will get some support at this point. Again, this is the monthly. We've still got 2 weeks now before that monthly comes into play here. And again, as you can see, Tesla has also announced its stock split as well, 3 for 1 on the 25th of August. Is that happening? Oh, that's the week after next. So that could be quite interesting as well. All that will mean is that if I've got one contract, I will have three contracts, and nothing really kind of changes from that perspective. So that again generally pushes the price up, and we've kind of seen that happen from there. But overall, the overall market has been going up. If we look at the cues to see what's happening, again, we've been on this tear here, and again, it's got the monthly pivot which is missed, and it feels like it might come back to this missed pivot level over here. So I think we could see another push up next week and then some resistance. So what I'm potentially looking for here is potentially a move up here and potentially that, or potentially back down to this kind of missed pivot level. So that's generally how it works. I'm guessing it's probably missed its weekly pivot as well, if I had to guess. Let's have a look. No, it's weekly pivot as well there. So, that's the bit we've got to look out for, is that monthly pivot. So I'm expecting some type of a pullback next week of some sort. We've had good inflationary numbers coming down as well. Tesla stock split. So overall, the market has been inside a good position, again, making it relatively easy. In terms of from a tracking from an hour's perspective, half an hour is probably about right. Probably this video has probably taken more of my time than actually doing the trade. So again, even though I'm $439 behind, I would give back $439 just to save, 117 hours of my life doing something else that I'd rather do. So again, this is where we are currently. So far, even though I've got some red, I feel we are going to plan. Like, comment, and subscribe. There's some other videos on the screen now, so make sure you watch those, all about the wheel strategy and stuff, if you want to know more about my trading strategy. And I'll see you guys in the next video.